Good afternoon, Britain. It's 38 minutes past 2 and the Trade Secretary, Kemi Badenoch, has signed what's been called a landmark deal with the Governor of Texas, Greg Abbott.
Yes, the Texas trade agreement is designed to unlock huge markets for both economies, with the Texas governor saying strengthening the bond between Texas and the United Kingdom is crucial for our shared economies to prosper.
Well, joining us now is Liam Halligan, GBNews economics and business editor, with On the Money. And Liam, this is just one in a number of successive agreements with individual US states, I suppose, because Joe Biden doesn't want to sign a whole federal deal.
Well, the US very, very rarely signs trade deals with anyone. The European Union as a whole has been trying to sign a trade deal with the US basically since the European Union began decades ago, and they've never managed to pull it off. The UK, now it's outside the European Union, can negotiate its own trade deals, of course. That was seen as a major upside of leaving the European Union. But what as Trade Minister and Business Secretary Kemi Badenoch, following on from Liz Truss before her, they've been signing trade deals with individual American states, or memorandums of understanding, which is like a sort of junior trade deal. But the numbers are still very, very big. Texas has an economy of £1.9 billion. It's only slightly smaller than the whole UK economy. And of course, it's just one American state. The UK economy is 2.2 trillion. That's 2,200 billion. This is big money. The UK already does about £20 billion worth of trade with Texas each year. And Kemi Badenoch met today with Greg Abbott, the governor of Texas. This is the first of the 8 US state-level trade deals that the UK has signed, where the actual governor of the state has travelled to the UK in order to sign the deal. There's Greg Abbott there with Business Secretary Kemi Badenoch signing the deal. This is going to be good for various aspects of the UK economy: financial services, legal services, cooperation on manufacturing, pharmaceuticals. The Business Secretary made particular mention of hydrogen, a fuel that is seen by many to be one of the major fuels of the future. And Texas already has a burgeoning hydrogen economy, and that's an area of energy expertise and commerce where the UK is trying to forge ahead, pretty much held back by various regulations at this point, but I'm sure that will be remedied. Look, this is a bit of a victory for the Business Secretary and for the government. They've been few and far between. There will be naysayers. People will say it doesn't really matter, but it does matter.
Well, Liam, crucially, is this...
Can I just finish the sentence, Emily, if you don't mind, please?
Go on, Liam.
Thank you. The US is the US is Britain's biggest single country trading partner, and that special relationship, the real special relationship, which is about commerce, is likely to continue.
Well, let's talk about growth, because this month we've seen a tick up back to growth, 0.2%. What does that mean?
This is interesting. We discussed, didn't we, at the end of February, the fact that the UK had gone into recession in December. We learnt that in February when the Office for National Statistics released data. A recession is a kind of ominous word in politics. It kind of conveys the idea of economic doom and gloom. What it really means is that the economy, GDP, gross domestic product, all transactions in the economy, all production in the economy, if the size of that contracts year on year for 2 successive quarters, that is 2 successive 3-month periods. Let me just explain a little bit more what that actually means. I think we've got a graphic here. We see that in July to September 2023, compared to the same period in 2022, the UK economy contracted by 0.1%, a tiny contraction, and then it contracted again October to December by 0.3%. But today, January figure came out from the ONS and we grew, wunderbar, hey presto, by 0.2%. Now, the next interest rate decision will be made by the Bank of England, the Monetary Policy Committee, on Thursday, the 21st of March. That's next Thursday. And I'd say on balance, there's a lot I could say here, but I'd say on balance, the fact that the UK economy has started growing again. We're not technically out of recession because we need a whole quarter where we don't contract. The February and March numbers may contract. fact. If they outweigh the January number, we'll still be in recession. But the fact that the economy has now started growing means the Monetary Policy Committee, on balance, is less likely to feel that it needs quickly to lower interest rates. So it makes an interest rate cut from 5.25% ever so slightly less likely on Thursday, but there's a lot more evidence to come between now and then.
Oh, the twists and the turns. Liam Halligan, thank you very much for bringing us that economic update with On the Money.